Hey 7, welcome to our study of beat and duple metre. Before we get started, we'll need to revise some of the key ideas that we've been exploring. In particular, we'll focus on note values. So over the coming slides, you'll be given certain activities to complete that test your understanding of note and rest values. If you can complete these successfully, then you'll be able to apply this understanding to new activities relating to beat and metre. Firstly, we will focus on note values. As you can see, there is a series of activities that you will need to complete. You will need to write both the question and answer in your music book. You will need to pause this slide until you have completed all of these activities. As you may have noticed, it's basic maths. In order for you to get these correct, you need to pay close attention to the note heads and whether they're coloured in or not, as well as flags and beams and how many of these are present on the note. So you will see that there are additional activities to complete on this slide. So you will need to pause this video again until you complete them. Again, please write the answer and question in your music book. You are now focused on rest values, so please pause this video until you complete these activities. Write the question and answer in your music book. Again, remember to pay attention to the amount of flags on the rest and to differentiate between the semibreve and minim rest. Write both the question and answer in your music book, please. That concludes our revision activities. And hopefully you are feeling confident in regards to note and rest values. In the following slides, we will begin our study of bar lines, metre and time signature. Having a strong understanding of the different note and rest values means that you'll be able to correctly insert bar lines as well as acknowledge metre and time signature within a given rhythm. So, let's get started. Bar lines are extremely important. A bar line is a short vertical line that indicates the start and end of a bar. Therefore, it separates the bars. Double bar lines can be represented in two ways. Firstly, by the use of two thin vertical lines. This indicates to the reader that it is an end of a section within a whole piece. This is shown by the first arrow on this slide. Secondly, it can be represented by a thin vertical line followed by a thick vertical line. This indicates the end of a composition. This is shown by the second arrow to the right on this slide. If I was to tell you that there are 4 bars to a piece, this would be represented like so. 1, 2, 3, end of the piece with a thin followed by a thick vertical line. Okay, so we have 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar. It is now time for you to apply your understanding. Write out the notes below in your music book. Please pause this video while you do so. Now that you have these notes written in your music book, it is time for you to insert bar lines correctly so that there are 2 beats per bar and 4 bars overall. This means there should be double bar lines at the end of the piece. Please pause this video while you do so. Hopefully, your book looks something like this. Please repeat the above activity, but this time with your own rhythm. Please pause this video while you do so. Metre and time signature. In order to indicate to the reader that we have 2 beats per bar, we need to write 2/4 on the left-hand side of the music. For example, Metre or time signature is used to divide beats into groups of 2s, 3s or 4s, and as you have just seen, an example of grouping beats into 2s. Metre basically is the word used to describe how many beats are in a bar. Some beats have more emphasis than others. The first beat in each group usually has the strongest emphasis, or it is accented more strongly. Please pause this video now and write a definition of metre. When beats are grouped into 2, this is known as duple metre. It is made up of a strong or accented beat, which falls on the first beat, and a weak or unaccented beat, which falls on the second beat. This may be compared to a soldier marching, and may sound something like this. Please write an example of duple metre in your books. Please have 4 bars indicated by double bar lines at the end, and indicate that it's duple metre by adding the 2 and 4 to the left hand side, as well as having 2 beats per bar. This highlights your understanding of note and rest values. Please pause this video while you do so. Notes that are grouped into 3 beats are known as triple metre. Triple metre has 1 strong beat, which falls on the first beat, and 2 weak beats, which fall on beat 2 and 3. An example of this would be please draw up an example of triple metre in your book. Again, 4 bars indicated by double bar lines at the end. Triple metre is indicated by the 3/4 time signature to the left hand side, and note values that equal 3 beats within each bar. Again, this calls on your understanding of note and rest values. Please pause this video while you do so. Groups that have 4 beats are known as quadruple metre. In this case, the first beat has a strong accent. The third beat has a medium accent, and beats 2 and 4 are unaccented. An example would be please write an example of quadruple metre in your music book. Again, 4 bars, which is indicated by the double bar lines at the end of the piece. Quadruple metre is identified by the 4/4 time signature to the left of the piece. Please make sure that your note values equal 4 beats within each bar. Please pause this video while you do so. Like metre, time signature helps to organise the strong and weak beats of a composition into units called bars or measures. A time signature is represented by 2 numbers. For example, 2/4 equals 2 beats per bar, or duple metre. 3/4 equals 3 beats per bar, or triple metre. And 4/4 equals 4 beats per bar, or quadruple metre. It is now time to test your understanding of duple metre, triple metre and quadruple metre. As you will see, there's numerous activities on this slide that you will need to complete. Please pause this video while you do so. Hopefully, your book looks something like this. Please check your answers now. Some of you may have found it relatively easy to group notes when you are given both the metre and time signature, but what about when you're not? The following activity requires you to apply your understanding of note and rest values so that you can group the notes accordingly to make up four-bar rhythms, where you need to apply both the correct metre and time signature. Please pause this video while you complete this activity. Hopefully, your book looks something like this. Please check your answers now and make corrections where applicable. That concludes our introduction to metre and time signature.